Bueno amigos felices, amigos sonrientes, bienvenidos a este nuevo Let's Play del canal. Bienvenidos al Let's Play de Game of Thrones, videojuego ambientado en la famosa saga de libros Canción de Hielo y Fuego, en la serie que lleva el mismo nombre que el videojuego, Juego de Tronos, serie mundialmente conocida, de la que muchos supongo que seréis fan. Yo soy uno más, tanto de la saga de libros sobre todo como de la serie. Y pues es un videojuego que además está desarrollado por una de mis compañías fetiche, que es Telltale Games. Una compañía que todo lo que hace me parece maravilloso, muy particular. A muchos no les gusta, muchos no los consideran siquiera videojuegos. Más puedo decir que es una serie interactiva, en cierto modo. Pero a mí, como digo, particularmente me encantan. Tienen sagas o videojuegos de The Walking Dead, otra famosa serie de televisión. Tienen sagas también o videojuegos de The Wolf Among Us, ambientado en una saga de libros también, de Borderlands incluso también. Y bueno, pues su último trabajo, aparte de Minecraft, que también es una serie que han hecho, que es la que están ahora, que esa sí que ya no me gusta tanto, pues han concluido con el último episodio de la temporada de Game of Thrones. Ya digo que quizás no puedo considerarlo un videojuego como tal, más bien una serie interactiva, una novela, una serie, una película interactiva. También la suelen lanzar por episodios, ¿vale? Suelen dividir en diferentes episodios. Este videojuego tiene un total de 6. Vamos a intentar, o de hecho voy a hacer cada episodio va a ser un episodio de la serie. Es decir, hoy vamos a ver el episodio 1 por completo. Suele ser algo largo, ¿vale? Igual no sé el tiempo que nos va a llevar después cuando haga el corto, montado del vídeo y tal. Pero mi idea es hacer cada día de display un episodio, en total de 6. Evidentemente aquellos que no estéis familiarizados con la saga de libros o con la serie vais a estar un poco perdidos al principio, pero ya os digo que engancha una barbaridad. La trama, la historia es una pasada, es una auténtica pasada, ya os lo cuento. Y estoy seguro que os vaya a emocionar con esta serie, estoy seguro que lo vais a pasar mal, lo vais a pasar bien. Y como digo, estoy segurísimo de que os va a encantar. Vamos a comenzar, ¿vale? Os voy a situar antes, voy a poner un poco los antecedentes a todos aquellos que pues no estéis del todo metidos en la saga de libros o en la serie, o al menos no la tengáis actualizada, o no la tengáis al día la serie. Y a los que no estéis interesados, veamos que este es un mundo ambientado medieval, ¿no? Con toques fantásticos, también podemos decir. La serie o el videojuego nos va a situar en un momento en el que, pues, digamos que a quien nosotros servimos, somos una casa. Aquí se dividen por familias o casas. Somos una casa que sirve a un vasallo, a una casa principal, puedo decir, de las 4 o 5 que hay en el reino, ¿no? En todo Poniente, que es como llaman aquí a la tierra de ellos. Y pues a nuestro rey, pues lo matan cruelmente, lo matan vilmente. Y vemos cómo nuestra casa, nuestra familia, empieza a tambalearse a raíz de todos estos acontecimientos. Como digo, además de ser un videojuego algo particular, que a mí me encanta, pero algo particular, también está ambientado, al igual que en la serie también, pues está centrado en varios personajes, ¿vale? No vamos a controlar solo a un personaje, sino que vamos a controlar a 4 o 5 de ellos, dependiendo del episodio y del momento. Pero como digo, estoy seguro que os va a encantar, ¿vale? Una vez introducido hasta aquí, hecha esta introducción, que creo que era necesaria, vamos a empezar ya el episodio como tal. Mientras que va cargando, ¿vale? Os voy contando que está subtitulado en español, las voces están en inglés. Los subtítulos además están añadidos por una comunidad de Taringa, ¿vale? Que la verdad es que lo hacen fantástico. Siempre subtitulan los videojuegos de esta compañía, porque nunca vienen doblados al español. Y como digo, también es un videojuego en el que hablan mucho, ¿vale? Se basa, que es algo que lo he dicho, mirad por dónde, se basa en la toma de decisiones, ¿vale? Según lo que tú vas decidiendo en los diálogos y en tus acciones, así se desarrolla la historia, ¿vale? Así como digo, un videojuego en el que van a hablar mucho ellos, en el que vais a leer y en el que yo voy a hablar algo menos, ¿vale? Para no interrumpir, evidentemente, pues la historia y los diálogos de los personajes. Así que nada, vamos a empezar por el episodio 1. Los norteños nunca olvidarán. Tyrion Lannister. Empezamos el episodio. Ya os digo que estoy seguro que a muchos os va a encantar. Los que os gusten las series, los que os gusten las buenas historias, estoy seguro que lo vais a disfrutar muchísimo, muchísimo. Bueno, lo que hemos ido hablando, ¿vale? Durante miles de años la casa Forrester ha sido un leal vasallo de la casa Stark. En los confines más oscuros de Wolfwood cosechan los extraños árboles de Ironwood. Ahora el norte ha sido destrozado por la guerra y las casas rivales buscan reclamar el agro de los Forrester con el fin de controlarlo. Y el destino de la casa Forrester pende de un hilo. La casa Forrester somos, digamos, la familia que nosotros vamos a controlar, ¿vale?
Kingslayer, oathbreaker,
Gareth
brought
Tuto.
to his knees by the men of the north.
And set free by the women. You'd think he done it himself the way he tells it. Old Forrester's sword won't clean itself, you know.
Vale. Además de las decisiones, ¿vale? Que tenemos que tomar en los diálogos, también hay pequeñas quick time events, podemos decir, ¿no? Pequeñas interacciones con algunos objetos para interactuar y tal.
Old Forrester won't be happy with blood and brains all.
Vale.
Now that is a proper sword.
I'll have one like it myself someday.
You'll never have a sword like that. I say that as a friend. And if we're being honest,
¿Por qué no?
you don't give swords like that to pig farmers.
I had a hand in it, you know.
A hand in what?
Capturing him.
He was nowhere near the Kingslayer at the Whispering Wood. He was so drunk he barely made it out of his tent. Next he'll tell us he caught Tyrion too.
So what really happened?
Someone caught him, I suppose. Ask any man here and they'll say it was them.
You captured the Kingslayer.
Aye. Well, I had a hand in it.
Aye. A hand round his ankle as 10 others took him down.
See? What do I tell you?
I brought him to his knees.
Old Forrester.
And not before he dragged you halfway across the battlefield on your face.
You're questioning Norrin's honor.
I'm questioning Norrin's story, which grows more far-fetched every time he tells it.
Get your liege lord some wine. Go on. It's your job.
I don't take
chularle
orders
un
from you.
No, but you take orders from him. You idiot, you're his squire. Now fetch him some wine.
Un poco impertinente
Thank
este
you,
chaval,
Gareth.
I'll do it.
Norrin's family has faithfully served House Forrester for centuries. His honor is beyond reproach, and House Tully is forever in his debt. They've never seen a field ploughed so well as the day the Kingslayer dragged poor Norrin across the battlefield. Fetch your cup. Tonight we celebrate. To Robb Stark, the King in the North!
The King in the North!
Tomorrow, we march on Casterly Rock, and House Forrester has been given the greatest honor to lead the Young Wolf's army and ride as the vanguard!
The gods have favored us. Onward to Casterly Rock!
Death to the Lannisters!
Hierro del hielo.
Iron from ice!
Gareth,
Hierro desde el hielo es el lema de nuestra casa, ¿vale? Bueno, de la casa
I need
Forrester.
you to keep an eye out for Roderick. As his father, I could not be more proud of the man he's become. On a night like this, men find false courage at the bottom of their cups. I'd rather he were here.
Yes, my lord.
There's also the question of what's to be done with you. It's been on my mind for a while now.
With me, my lord.
You've served House Forrester well for several years now, but I can't expect you to squire forever. How shall I reward your loyalty? What can I offer you? You served
Quiero
me
pelear.
well.
Let me fight for you, my lord.
You've more than proven your ability on the battlefield. No man would question that. There were those who had their doubts when your uncle put forth your name as my squire. But you've erased those doubts entirely. It would be an honor to see you riding by Roderick's side in the vanguard tomorrow. Not as a squire, but as the equal of any man who serves House Forrester. It's well deserved, Gareth. Your hard work has paid off.
No me
Thank you, my
sobra.
lord. I promise. I won't let you down.
That I don't doubt. But for now, keep this between us. We're celebrating tonight. I wouldn't want the other squires to feel discouraged.
Yes, my lord.
Now go, and find Roderick if you can.
I will, my lord. Thank you.
Estamos celebrando la supuesta, bueno, la boda
Squire?
de nuestro rey, ¿vale? Del tal Robb Stark que ha mencionado.
Can you give me a hand? Come on. Can I get up to you?
Venga, va.
Fine, but you owe me.
Oh, you? I've been a squire longer than you have. I outrank you. Fetch more wine, scrub my armor, clean my boots. Just my luck to end up with Norin while you serve the Lord. Let him fetch his own wine for once.
You'd better watch your tongue, Bowen. It could be much worse.
What the fuck do you know about it? Nothing is worse than Norin. See, that's where you're lucky. Low expectations. If I'd grown up covered in pig shit, shovel and slop, well, maybe I'd think saddling his horse was the greatest honor in the Seven Kingdoms. I suppose this beats pig farming.
Just shut your mouth.
It's the truth. It's not like I'm making it up. All I'm saying is, at this rate we'll never be more than this, which is nothing. The lowest of the low. For all I know, we could be squires for life. All in wine around a fucking wedding. What a waste of
Vamos a
fucking
hacerle
time.
claro, vamos a decirle que nos ha sentido ya.
What? Tomorrow I ride with Roderick and Lord Forrester.
Sir Garrett the fucking great. Unbelievable. Maybe if my uncle were Castellan, I'd be getting promoted too.
Who my uncle is has nothing to do with it.
He's got Lord Forrester's ear, doesn't he? I'm sure it didn't hurt.
How much further?
That's right over there.
Los gemelos, fortaleza de la casa Frey. La Oda Roja, que es algo que seguro que esté familiarizado o no con Juego de Tronos, habréis oído alguna vez, ¿vale?
Take your time.
You lot have drunk your share. Good thing Lord Walder's in a generous mood.
Fucking phrase.
Nice night for a wedding. Not often he finds a willing husband for one of his daughters.
Algo pasa.
Don't expect me to carry it for you, Sir Garrett. What? What's wrong?
La música, joder, es que esté familiarizado con Juego de Tronos, que se pone los pelos de punta, tío.
You're acting rather odd.
Vámonos, vámonos.
To get back. Now.
They're fine, they can wait.
No, you don't understand. We need to go.
And take the fucking flagon already.
What's wrong with him? Something the matter?
Bowen, we have to go.
You go if you're in such a rush. But what about? What the hell was that about? Slow down, would you?
Run!
Corre, corre, tío. Joder. Eso es. Vámonos. Masacre, masacre. Vale, nos han traicionado, como estáis viendo, y están matando a todos los nuestros.
We need to get back to camp.
Vale, ahí tenéis los quick time game, los que hablaba, ¿vale? Podemos morir en el juego. Eso sí, se repetirá la acción una y otra vez hasta que la pasemos. Ahí tenemos a Roderick.
We have to get back.
Qué bien lo ha hecho. Hostias. Vale.
Ready, boys? Whoa! Shoot that one!
Vale, 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 vale. Vale. Mierda, he fallado, creo. Sí. Venga, vamos, vamos. Hostias. Vale. A ver dónde está nuestro señor. ¿Dónde está Roderick de nuevo? Toma. Ah. Se nos ahoga el cabrón. Hostia, Robert, tío. Aquí están los Forrester.
Garrett, did you find Roderick?
Speak up, Garrett.
Trataré de salvarlo.
I
Vamos.
tried to save him, but there was nothing I could do.
Find a weapon, quickly!
Viene más. Ya, joder.
Walter Frey, you fucking traitor!
Go, my lord, while there's still time.
Seven hells.
Tengo que
We
seguir.
have to keep moving, my lord.
I'd never make it. They'll hunt us down like dogs.
Walter Frey says time. Don't run.
Buah.
Guard this with your life. Return it to Ironrath, where it belongs. There's no time to waste. I'll be damned if I let it fall into the hands of those traitors.
Walter Frey says
You have to go.
I won't leave you, my
You
lord.
can, and you will.
My lord,
By the gods, you will obey me. Tell your uncle. Tell him the North Grove must never be lost. Tell no one but him. Do you understand? You must swear. Tell only your Uncle Duncan.
Juro.
I swear that I will, my lord.
Hey, it's those foresters.
On your honor,
yeah.
you must do this for your house. Go!
Kill those fucking foresters. With love, Walter Frey.
La introducción, ¿eh? Y adelante con la música. Bueno, a todos los que veis la serie os sonará. Y a los que no, pues os flipará. Porque es una pasada la banda sonora. Como es el primer episodio, vamos a dejarla. Aunque no descarto que en los siguientes también la deje, ¿vale? Es que me flipa. Bueno, como veis, la cosa se ha puesto muy fea para nuestra casa. Ha muerto tanto el señor Lord Forrester como su hijo, Roderick. Así que, jodido, jodido. Ironrath es nuestra fortaleza, puedo decir, ¿no? La fortaleza de la casa Forrester. Hierro desde el hielo. como decía antes el lema, ¿vale? De la casa Forrester. Nosotros no somos Forrester, somos Tuttle, pero al parecer éramos el escudero del señor. Tierra de los Forrester, el camino real. Un cerdillo. Veréis, veis, ahora mismo tenemos libertad, ¿vale? Para movernos, bueno, libertad a medias. Es muy limitada la libertad, podemos moverlo por muy corto espacio, ¿vale? Y a veces podemos interactuar con diferentes cosas y tal. Ya iréis pillando el truco. Ya digo que a la historia, aunque no estéis metido lleno en este mundo, estoy seguro que os va a fascinar. Estoy seguro que os va a encantar porque es una pasada. Bueno, y si no habéis visto nunca Juego de Tronos o no habéis leído los libros, no sé qué estáis esperando, ¿vale? Sobre todo si no habéis leído los libros, no sé qué estáis esperando. Son muy largos de cojones, eso sí, pero cuando le pillas el gusto te los bebes, ¿eh? Te los bebes. Vale, vamos a ir por aquí. Aquí hay algo tirado, una carreta. Vamos a mirar. Parece que aquí ha habido un lío bueno. Hostia, la carretera de mi padre. La carreta de mi padre. La carretera.
Lord Bolton better give us fucking titles for this. Winter may be coming, but at least he'll have his bacon.
¡Qué puta! Está matando a los cerdos.
Move along, boy. There's nothing for you here.
Father.
I said move on. Unless you want to get fed to the fucking pigs.
Vamos a ir con mi padre, venga, va.
I recognize you. You're a Forrester squire. Former stock bannermen have no claim on land anymore. Or haven't you heard? The Starks are dead. Where'd you get that sword? Not a chance that sword is his. Must have stolen it. Out here by himself.
No de tu
Probably a
incumbencia.
deserter.
¿Qué importa, hombre?
None of your fucking business.
Fucking business.
We're gonna feed you to the fucking pigs.
¿Seguro? Vamos a ver.
That sword's too big for you, boy. You can barely pick it up.
Get off my land.
This is Bolton land now, boy. Lord Bolton is the new Warden of the North. I reckon he'd like a proper lordly sword like that.
Vale, lo tenemos.
No.
Y mi padre está en las últimas.
I'll have that sword, boy.
Ven a buscarla.
Come get it, you bastard.
Hijo de puta. Yes.
All right. Finish this fucking pig farmer.
Pathetic.
Pathetic.
You really are a pig farmer, aren't you?
Esto. Toma por culo. Toma. ¿Qué lo llevas, cabrón? A ver. Ya, aquí estamos. Joder.
Mercy, please. I beg of you. I have a family. They'll never survive without me. I have no quarrel with you. I was only following orders.
Matarlo, mostrar piedad.
No, please.
Siento.
Lord Whitehill will see you hang for this. That much I promise.
Después de lo que han hecho, no es para vuestra piedad, desde luego.
Father?
Garrett, you survived. Your sister. Oh, she hid.
Hostia.
I tried to stop them.
I'll kill the men who did this.
Joder. Bueno, aquí tengo la fortaleza, ¿vale? De la casa Forrester. Iron Wrath.
It's Garrett! Get the Castellan! Tell him his nephew survived!
La última, ¿eh?
I was too late. They were already dead.
Bring the Maester. Meet us in the Great Hall. Quickly.
Creo que ese era mi tío, creo. Que es el castellano. El castellano supongo que será como
And a Bolton.
el guardián. No sé.
They killed my family. And for what? My sister, she was only 8 years old.
This never would have happened with the Starks in power. It's unimaginable. Unacceptable. You have my condolences.
Thank you, Maester.
The blade cut deep, but I should be able to save your leg. Your justice was swift. Some will call it vengeance. No doubt the Whitehills will claim it was murder. It was your family. I can't say I would have done any different than you.
Lo haría de
I'd do
nuevo.
it again if I had the chance.
If we don't respond with strength, they won't stop until they have everything. These maggots ought to help prevent infection. Hold the wound open for me, would you?
Qué asco, cojones. Qué asco, macho. Hostias, ¿en serio?
These are dark days, I fear. To lose the lord of the house and the eldest son through such a despicable act of treachery and betrayal. Greater houses than ours have fallen in times such as this. The late Lord Forrester was a good man. And poor Roderick. A serious man, but he would have made a good lord.
Well, what do we do now?
The future of this house is in Lord Ethan's hands now. Although he is young, and altogether unprepared to lead. Right. This might hurt a bit. Hold this for me, will you? I understand from your uncle that Lord Forrester saved your life.
He did.
Rather odd, though, that he chose to save you, his squire, and not his son Roderick.
Joder.
Not that Roderick couldn't handle himself. He was as good with a sword as any man I've seen. It's unfortunate the Citadel doesn't train maesters in the art of warcraft.
That's not how it happened. Roderick had already fallen.
Well, I'd imagine Lord Forrester would sacrifice himself to save anyone from his house, high or low. Lady Forrester will be here any moment now.
Tal maestre este.
I'd like you to walk for me first, to see if you can put any weight on that leg. Go on. Don't stop now. It's better to let the blood circulate.
Vale. Vamos a mirar el tapiz. Parece un cuadro. No es un cuadro, de hecho, un tapiz. A ver quiénes son. Lady Forrester. Vale, este es el que ha muerto, el que nos dio la espada, Lord Forrester.
Lord Forrester. It was an honor to squire for him. Gregor the Good.
Gregor el bueno. Este es Roderick, el que también cayó.
He was our best warrior by far.
Este,
Ryan.
Ryan.
Never easy being the fourth born son.
El cuarto hijo.
Lady Forrester.
La mujer, supongo.
She's always been kind to me. Treated me like I was a Forrester myself.
La mujer de Lord Forrester. Mira.
Yeah. Still in King's Landing, I suppose. Although, I wonder if they'll bring her home.
Parece que está en Desembarco del Rey, ¿vale? Que es otro sitio bastante alejado de donde estamos ahora mismo. Talia y Ethan.
Talia and Ethan. I suppose Lord Ethan now.
Vale, Lord Ethan parece que es el... Claro, como el padre ha muerto, el hijo mayor, que sería este, supongo, ha muerto también, pues le toca a él. Bueno, aquí hay uno más. Parece mayor, Asher.
Asher. Exiled to Essos, unfortunately.
Exiliado, vale. O sea que el... Este, que parece que es mayor, evidentemente, que este, pues que Ethan, parece que está exiliado, es decir, está desterrado, por decirlo así, que no está por aquí. Por eso parece que Ethan es el que toca, ¿no? Vamos a ver esto qué es. Cogerlo. Ya que podemos, lo cogemos. Vale.
This might help.
Pasó. Vamos a hablar con el maestre. Vamos a traer la espada.
It's a good thing you've done, bringing that back to House Forrester. By right, that belongs to Lord Ethan now. That sword has been handed down through 50 generations of Forresters.
Bueno, creí que vamos, no sé. Vamos a hablar con él.
Did your leg feel weak?
No.
It's fine.
I just wanted to ask you.
¿Por qué nos odian? Olvídalo. Olvídalo. ¿No puedo irme ya? Vamos.
Can I go now?
I believe your leg will be fine. Only time will tell, but...
Vale, viene alguien.
Lady Forrester.
Ah, mira.
Welcome home, Garrett. We're all relieved to know you survived.
Thank you, my lady.
Talia asked to see you.
Garrett, I heard what happened. Is it true? Your family... I'm so sorry.
Me too.
Una pena.
Off to bed now. Hurry on. Garrett was just telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end, even when all was lost. I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know.
He loved his family, my lady. He was very proud of Roderick.
Yet he was unable to save him.
You were with Roderick, no? I'm sure it was chaos and confusion, but if you can remember anything, I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know.
Vamos a ser
I'm sorry,
sinceros.
my lady. Nothing could be done to save him.
Estaba
He
caído
was
ya.
House
¿No?
Forrester's best.
This has been so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told you were the last to see my husband alive.
Yes, my lady.
I know it may be difficult to remember, but if I may ask, was there anything he said?
Any last words before he passed? If you can remember.
He said he loved you.
That's very kind of you to say. You have the Forrester's sword.
This belongs with Ethan now. He's the new lord of the house.
Thank you, Garrett.
Of course, my lady.
It demands a response.
It's too dangerous, especially now.
¿Y esto?
Now is the time to prove our strength
I'll be sure it's given to Ethan.
against aggression. Duncan, this was our land. They were our people. Your family.
I share your outrage, Sir Royland. I do. But now is not the time to provoke the White Hills. Not with Ramsay Snow coming to see us bend the knee.
The hell with Ramsay Snow, the bastard.
Garrett, you understand what this means. You killed a Bolton, and Ramsay Snow will want his retribution.
We're the ones that should be demanding retribution. This happened on Forrester land.
They attacked me!
And they'll say they were keeping the peace in the name of House Bolton. It's an argument you cannot win. We have to be smart. Ramsay Snow will be here within the week.
And what would you have us do? Nothing.
I would have us use our heads, while they're still attached to our shoulders.
Garrett has lost as much as anyone else within these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle.
Garrett's suffered enough already. You ask too much of the boy.
He deserves to be heard.
My uncle's right. We need to be smart.
Smart. Eddard Stark was smart. And look where that got him. So, what's to be done?
Ultimately, it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just a boy who can barely hold a sword. He knows nothing of how to lead men.
He is the lord of this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us bend the knee and swear fealty. But now, this. I'll accuse you of murder, and us of protecting you.
The boy was just defending himself.
I'm not faulting him for what he did.
It wasn't murder. It was justice.
Not in their eyes. It's just the excuse Ramsay Snow would need to put us to the torch and kill us all.
I'd like to see them try.
I'm afraid it's a risk we cannot take, which is why you cannot stay.
Cannot stay? Duncan?
But where would I go?
The one place beyond the reach of even House Bolton.
You're sending him to the wall? The boy's done nothing wrong.
Not in the eyes of the Boltons. I'm afraid it's the only solution. Especially now, when the house is so vulnerable.
Uncle, my place is here. Who would defend the house? You said we need men who can fight.
There'd be nothing we could do to protect you. To stay would bring destruction upon us all. I know that's not what you want. I know it's difficult to understand. But you must think of the house.
I'll do what's asked of me.
I know it doesn't seem fair, but it is what's best.
El muro es un sitio donde envían a los criminales, digamos una especie de... Ahora os cuento, ¿vale? Cuando tengamos una pausa, os cuento un poco lo que es.
My horse, and I'll see you have plenty of
Aunque lo vais a ver.
food, but we haven't much time. The White Hills will come looking for you.
Es una especie de guardia que se encarga de vigilar las fronteras, puedo decir. Y está en un muro que es altísimo y pues allí suelen ir los criminales y tal, y gente así, o voluntarios. Pero más que nada criminales. Son condenados allí porque una vez que estás allí, pues no puedes tener familia, no puedes casarte, no puedes tener hijos.
I know you want to stay, but Lord Forrester would be proud that you're putting the interests of the house ahead of your own. Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the war. His own great uncle was a ranger with the Night's Watch.
I'll do what's best.
Which often isn't what's easiest, but necessary nonetheless.
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you.
What?
Oh, cierto.
What is it?
Vale, aquí.
Lord Forrester's last words were, "The North Grove can never be lost."
Sorry, you caught me by surprise. It's not often discussed,
No
if ever.
esto.
He said tell only you.
For good reason. Most don't even know it exists. They think it's just a myth made up by wildlings and fools, and it's better kept that way. I assume you kept your word.
¿Qué será?
You haven't told anyone else, have you?
No.
This is important, Garrett.
Of course not. I told no one.
Well done. Lord Forrester was right to put his trust in you.
Vamos hecho bien.
From this day forward, this will be our secret. But soon, I may need your help.
But
I can't say anything more just yet. Just know the North Grove may very well be vital to the future of this house. But don't breathe a word of it to anyone at the wall. Become a ranger if you can. It will help.
Vale, explorador. Ok, eso haré.
Iron from ice.
Iron from ice.
Remember, you represent House Forrester. Your actions at the wall will reflect the honor and dignity of the house.
I'll make you proud.
You already have.
Pues nada, toca irse. Una faena, pero bueno.
Garrett, wait!
Esta es una de las hijas, creo. Joder. Talia es Talia.
Be safe.
Pues perfecto.
Ethan?
Ethan es el que parece... Ah, vale, este es el señor ahora de la casa, ¿vale? Ethan Forrester, que es un niño. Es un jodido niño.
I couldn't find him. Could you?
Esta es Talia y este será el chico, el pequeño, que no sé cómo se llama ahora mismo.
He hides too well, and if he was smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore. Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
I win!
Congratulations, your lordship.
Don't worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
Stupid game. I don't like it.
He was worried you were gone.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
I don't want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
Garrett is strong. He can take care of himself.
No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls you a milksop.
Sir Royland forgets himself.
He doesn't know me or what I'm capable of.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know, but I know it's not good.
Ethan, you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword, like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Do you remember when we were younger? And we all used to play here? You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah! Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then, well, then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are. I know a lord has many responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them. It's for you to decide for yourself.
No es lo mismo ser un hijo que ser el lord, que ser el
señor. I can't have my brother than a lord.
I'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
Es que es así. No es lo mismo ser el simple hermano que ser el señor de la casa.
But since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once.
Yeah.
As many as you'd like, yes.
Really?
Of course. Why not?
¿Qué más da?
Lord Ethan, you're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
Vale, nos llaman. Todavía estamos en la parte introductoria, supongo, de la historia, claro.
What's the
Vamos
matter?
empezando.
Lord Whitehill has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
If I were
Vamos a ir
you,
con él.
I would command Ethan to stay with his family.
Fine. If that's what's required of me.
Very well then.
Porque no sé quién es el que ha venido, no me he enterado. No lo he leído. Pero vamos a ir. Bueno, es nuestro deber ahora. Vale. Bueno, aquí estamos ya. Ah, Lord Whitehill. Vale.
They showed up unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lab.
Es el señor de otra
I
casa,
assume you
¿vale?
explained to Lord Ethan why they're here.
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you were decisive and firm. Now do it again with these bastards.
Let's not do something rash.
I can handle Lord
Bueno.
Whitehill.
Well said, my lord.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
Ahí viene. Muy amigo de los otros no es, ¿eh? Parece.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother.
Vamos, está con
The
los,
late Lord
con los
Forrester
traidores.
was no friend to me or my house.
Vamos a
But to his
ignorar su
family,
mano.
it's still a loss.
Eso es. Vamos a echarle cojones. A escupir.
My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself.
Hijo de puta.
I've been waiting for this day all my life. The Forresters finally
¿Cómo te
get
atreves?
their due.
How dare you?
I dare, and I'll do as I damn well please. And
Bueno,
no
chulo.
bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much. Bloody Forresters.
Venga.
Fetch Lord Whitehill some bread and salt. It was an oversight, Lord Whitehill. I promise it won't happen again.
Not likely. You Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have you back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries. You cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of
Todos,
this.
We
supongo.
all serve House Bolton now.
I'm not finished. Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Este es el que
Your
estaba con
man, the
Garrett.
squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
No reason. You murdered his family.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men. And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the lord of this house.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. The soldiers worth 100 of their time.
20 gilipollas.
Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
He was sent to the wall.
Who the fuck sent him to the wall? Answer me! Who's the one who did it?
Llame yo.
You heard me.
He was sent to the wall. It's done.
What? That was my justice to deliver, boy. And you denied me of it. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Mi madre.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
Thank you for coming, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own, that the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
Do your worst, you bastard.
Fuera. También podemos quedarnos callados, ¿vale? Al elegir una opción. Bueno, el señor Bolton del que habla es el que está por encima de los otros, ahora mismo, ¿vale? Digamos que es el guardián de toda esta región. Por encima de nosotros y por encima del que ha venido aquí a nuestra casa, de Whitehill.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
Vale, Mira era mi hermana, creo. Ok. Vamos. Vale, esto es desembarco del rey. Aquí es donde está mi hermana.
Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay, if it's presented to her as it should be.
Vale. Tenemos el control ahora mismo.
Wonders made by man, by Lomas Longstrider.
Longstrider.
A gift from Roderick.
Vale, Rodrigo era mi hermano. Joder.
I hope to see them all someday.
Ahora el clavo, ¿sabes? Vamos a mirar por la ventana a ver si vemos algo.
King's Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
¿Qué más hay por aquí? ¿Qué más hay por aquí? Caja de Ironwood. Vale, el Ironwood es la madera que parece que nuestra casa, no sé, fabrica o tala o no sé qué historia. Vale, aquí varias cosas. Cartas sin terminar, moneda, árbol, broche de alto jardín. Vamos a mirar esto.
Ethan made this for me.
Ethan, vale. Una carta, vamos a verla.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Puede acabar. Bueno, vale, vamos a quitar esto, porque parece que no hay nada aquí interesante. Un par de monedas que tampoco... Vamos a mirar esto. Solo queda esto. Fuck. Oh, aquí hay algo. Vale, carta. Vale, esta será la carta que mi madre ha mandado, supongo, ¿no?
It troubles me to even ask this of you.
Exacto.
But you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf.
Okay.
She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally. Especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Llaman a la puerta. Vale, parece que quiere que le pidamos ayuda a Lady Marjorie, que es os cuento, es la que va a ser reina, ¿vale? La que se va a casar con el rey, ahora con el que va a ser rey, porque es menor de edad aún. Entonces la que se va a casar, y nosotros somos como sus, ¿cómo lo llaman aquí? Doncellas. O sea, la que le sirven y tal, una especie de criadas, entre comillas.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you.
Y este no
I
sé
can
quién
come
es.
back later if you'd like.
Voy a entrar.
No, it's fine. Come in.
No sé. ¿Qué es este? Ah, vale, viene a soltar carbón, creo que era, ¿no? Sí. Vale, vale.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
Pues estoy.
I'm just worried about my family.
Ah, letter from home, is it?
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, milady. You've always been kind to me.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady.
Prisa, prisa.
You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
No, un momento.
Perhaps you should come back later.
Vete ya. No seas pesado, ¿eh?
Of course, milady.
Venga. Gracias por el carbón, pero peor. Se ha puesto pesado ahí. A preguntar. Venga, hombre. Vale, joder. Me entra hasta bostezo.
Lady Marjorie.
Vale, está
You're
Marjorie,
early.
¿vale?
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk.
Tiene...
Come, there's something we must discuss.
Digamos que el rostro y tal es el mismo que el de los actores reales, ¿vale? De Marjorie aparece en la serie en la misma. O sea, simula la misma. Es que aquí está mucho más feo lo que es en realidad.
I've thought of you
Otra vez
more
que
as
es
a friend
bastante...
than as my
A mí me gusta
handmaiden.
bastante
A dear friend,
es
in
bastante
fact.
guapa.
Thank you, my lady.
Mucho más guapa de lo que
And you
aparece
know
aquí.
how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
Eres muy
You're very
amable.
kind, my lady.
Of course, Mira, but you must
Mira,
not
que ella no sé quién será.
despair. We will get through this together.
A ver.
You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen.
¿Cómo es?
To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford.
Jodido.
Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself.
No soy, no te
I'm
digo nada.
not a traitor.
Of course not. It's only an excuse to torment you, and by extension, me. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort. For what, I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei
Vamos a
with the
hacerlo por
wedding
ella,
so
que
near.
parece que es buena chica.
I'll do as you ask,
Se
my
porta
lady.
bien.
I knew I could trust you. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
A ver, vamos a ver a
See
Cersei,
if
que
the
es la
Queen Regent
reina,
is ready
¿vale?
to receive us.
La reina regente, la madre del que va a ser rey, el joven que se va a casar con ella, ¿vale? Con Marjorie. Y tiene bastante tela, bastante guasa.
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Vale. ¿Y esta quién
Good
es?
luck.
Pero buena suerte. Parece buena también. Será amiga, supongo. Vamos al Leo.
You can do this.
Vale, caminemos. Vale, está el trono de hierro. Como estáis viendo, el famoso trono de hierro.
Lady Marjorie, aren't you looking lovely?
Ese es Tyrion Lannister, hermano de la reina.
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace?
Es el crack. en todo esto.
With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
A ver. Arrodillarse, inclinar tu cabeza, mantener cabeza. Vamos a arrodillarnos, venga.
Your Grace.
Está complacida.
The girl knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
Vale,
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Bueno, nos ha dicho que seamos no sinceras, sino que digamos lo que quiero oír. Así que vamos a decirles, servimos al rey
Joffrey is the one true king, Your Grace.
And yet, for centuries the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark, a house of traitors.
Eran nuestros guardianes.
Of the North.
No voy a contener.
We all served at the pleasure of the king.
Clever girl.
Perhaps too clever for her own good.
The girl did name Joffrey as the one true king.
Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Absolutamente.
Yes, Your Grace. Absolutely.
I see. Despite the fact Roose Bolton allied with Walder Frey. If it was me, I'd find it difficult to so quickly forgive the men who killed my father.
Bueno, ¿qué voy a hacer?
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forrester Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
Vamos a seguir la corriente y ya está.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
Es cierto,
It raises an
nosotros estamos
interesting
aquí.
question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I'm sure she regrets it.
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
If there's a
Estas
point
dos
to
no se
this,
llevan muy
I
bien,
hope
¿vale?
you find it quickly.
Marjorie y Cersei no se llevan muy bien.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question.
Por supuesto.
And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
Otro compromiso.
The question.
Va, soy leal a
I must
Marjorie.
choose Marjorie, Your Grace. I serve at her pleasure.
Clearly your handmaiden does not have her priorities straight.
Ah, que te ven.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants. Which is not very encouraging. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Como digo, estas dos no se llevan muy allá, ¿vale? Este es más bueno. Tyrion es más... No tiene nada que ver con la hermana.
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss.
Gracias. Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
You were brave to declare your loyalty to Lady Marjorie. No doubt she was pleased, but Cersei, she will not soon forget what you said. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I did it for Lady Marjorie.
As you should. And of course she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can.
Se llevan también regular.
She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard. Not her.
What are you suggesting?
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous. In fact, forget I even suggested such a thing.
I'm sorry, Lord Tyrion, but it's a risk I cannot afford.
I admire your discretion. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promise Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival.
Good night, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Buen tipo este. Pero vamos a ir tranquilo, porque hay que ir con pies de plomo aquí, ¿eh? No podemos confiar tan a la ligera en nadie, que nunca se sabe. Es algo que viendo Juego de Tronos y leyendo los libros se aprende. Vale, aquí está la chica esta. ¿Qué quiere?
How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little intimidating.
It went well.
Really? That's a relief. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way
Marjorie se va a
at the
casar
back,
con el rey pronto,
here
¿vale?
with the 4th cousins and the 9th
de la boda que
born
están hablando.
sons. Ah, Sir Jaime, I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Uy, qué guarrilla.
What? It's true.
Qué guarrilla.
And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour.
Put it back.
We're just having a bit of fun. That's probably for the best. I've heard he's a bit perverse. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands.
Esta está más caliente que...
Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him.
Joffrey?
And he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
I'd be willing to marry, but not Joffrey.
Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden.
Sí, sigue soqueando.
Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing?
La lió, la niña esta.
Well?
Perdón.
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was rather disappointed by your display, Mira.
Joder, pues ¿qué más quiere?
I'm just glad it's over.
Tampoco...
King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over.
I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
People are not always so easy to please. If you showed Cersei your true heart, she would stab it with a fork.
You learn very quickly.
Vale, le ha gustado eso.
You were brave agreeing to obey the Boltons. That cannot have been easy. I know you must fear what Lord Bolton might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
Vamos a pedirlo. Nuestra madre nos lo ha dicho.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
A ver.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
No me fío yo de esa.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
No me fío mucho. Pero venga, va.
Go on. Ask.
Venga. Vamos a ir directo al grano.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks. And now you would have me ask him to intervene?
Estará difícil.
Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady.
Uy.
King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa.
Please,
La
Lady
puta
Marjorie,
esta.
I beg of you. I fear for my family's safety.
No sé para qué la ha dejado aquí, tío. Hay que haber echado.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
This is the only
You're
way.
the only one who can help me. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Vale, menos mal.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Eso está bien. Aunque está ni agua ya, a Sara esta. Ni agua. Ahí metiendo cizaña la tía. Vaya, vaya. Camino real, bosque de los lobos. ¿Qué haces, tonto?
7 elves.
Let's play a little game, shall we?
Hostia, este es Bolton, este es Ramsay Nieve. El que va a ir a ver a Isa, ¿vale? Un cabrón de cuidado. También lo digo ya. Vale.
Not my best work, unfortunately.
Vale,
I suppose I have fallen out of
¿Qué
practice.
está haciendo ese hombre?
But he didn't make it easy. What with all that bloody noise?
Like a drowning cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets. But the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father is the Warden of the North.
He does now. How much further is it? to these foresters?
¿Veis?
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
What was that?
Hostias.
My lord?
Shh. Listen.
Hostias, ¿qué dice?
There.
Hostias.
Hear that? I know I heard something.
Quédate quieto, quédate quieto. Quédate quieto. Hostias.
Never mind. We've wasted enough time already.
Bueno, más que lo hemos corrido. Vale, vale, bien. Lo hemos hecho bien. Lo hemos hecho bien porque está jodido ahí, ¿eh? Pero vete de ahí ya. ¿Qué haces? Vale, va a ir a ver lo que le ha pasado a ese hombre. Ese es el blasón, el escudo de los Bolton. Un hombre desollado es. Así que ya me imagino lo que va a haber aquí. Hostias.
Bloody hell.
Puto asco. Hostias, qué desagradable.
Lord Ethan, as I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership. But 300 generations of Forester Lords stand behind you. Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good.
Parece que a los White Hill y nosotros llevamos bastante tiempo ya peleados, ¿eh?
And courageous in battle.
Quiero ser como él.
I want to be like that, like my father.
Your father was well regarded by nearly everyone. It took years, if not decades, to earn.
Normal. ¿Eh?
These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Keep walking, you craven son of a whore. Move! Summon the Lord! We need his judgment.
I've done nothing wrong! I was only trying to survive!
Lord Ethan. Maester.
Who is this man?
This craven is a deserter and a thief.
This house is doomed!
¿Qué dice?
We all fucking know it!
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
2 shields and 3 spears.
¿Nos robaste?
You stole from us. I feared for my life. Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right.
He speaks
true. Right. I've a family to feed, and not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Calla,
Leave the poor man alone.
Calla. Maldita sea.
Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling. We'll never survive the coming winter. We are in this together. You say that, but it won't be you who's starving come winter.
You'll address him as Lord.
Para ya, tío. Que te lo vas a cargar.
Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it is.
Men need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please.
Vale.
Their lord will not permit it.
He's a thief!
We can send him to the wall.
Leave the man alone. Show him mercy, my lord. He stole from us. Deserves mercy. Make him
Vamos a tener que hacer.
give us justice. I will decide. Send him to the wall. Take his fingers. He's a thief.
If you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent man.
Inocente no.
Being
Los
injustice.
cojones, inocente.
Please.
Mostrarle piedad, enviarlo al muro,
My family depends
quitarle
on
3
me.
dedos. Vale. Mostrarle piedad no, porque robar ha robado. Así que hay que ser un poco duro. Enviarlo al muro creo que es una putada porque tiene familia. Así que lo mejor es quitarle 3 dedos, que bueno, le va a doler, pero al menos va a seguir con su familia, así que nada.
I, Ethan of House Forrester, Lord of Ironrath, name you a thief. The price for your crime is 3 of your fingers.
No, please, my lord.
No se lo merece. Creo que hemos hecho lo mejor,
Please, no.
Porque enviarlo al muro hubiera sido peor para él.
Normally it is the Lord's duty to carry out the sentence. But I am willing to carry it out.
Yo lo haré.
I will carry out the sentence.
Debo ser valiente.
This is injustice, my lord.
Hostias. Ahora vete. Creo que lo hemos hecho bien. Lo que tocaba, joder.
That was certainly unpleasant, but a lord must mete out punishment when it's due. Not just yourself, of course.
Pero pide.
It's a lord's duty, so I did it.
You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side.
Vale.
Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance.
¿A quién
Who do you
elegirías?
think I should choose?
There are 2 capable men for the role.
Estaba claro.
They both want the job, but neither thinks very highly of the
Muy
other.
difícil, ¿eh?
How do I decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the opinion of people close to you. Here, the bracer of the Sentinel. The badge of office. Tonight is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen Sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house. Your Sentinel will wear this for all to see.
I'll make the right choice as Sentinel.
Come speak with me when you're ready to convene the small council, my lord.
Ok, bueno, entre Duncan, creo que se llama, y Serroyla. Vale, Duncan es el bueno, digamos, el que siempre quiere hacer lo mejor, diálogo y tal. Y Serroyla es este, que es el que siempre va a saco. Así que no sé. En principio diría que Duncan, por aquello que es más diplomático y la situación está bastante jodida. Pero no sé, porque Serroyla lo veo un tipo fuerte, lo veo un tipo capacitado para el cargo, ¿eh? Así que... voy a hablar con este que no sé quién es. Malcolm.
Ethan. Or should I say Lord Ethan?
Hello, Uncle Malcolm.
Vale, mi tío.
I saw what you did today. It's not an easy thing to do, dealing out a harsh punishment, no matter how warranted. But if you'll excuse me, my lord, I should finish packing before nightfall. I hope to be off tomorrow.
¿Dónde vas?
But where are you going?
Your mother asked me to cross the narrow sea to find your brother, Asher.
Asher?
Hostias, el
She
exiliado.
has asked me to return with him, to help the house.
She said nothing of this to me.
Because she fears you will not agree. I told her my place is here, that I'll be of no help to you in Essos. But she insisted. I will hold, of course, until you've spoken with her about this. Just try to be kind to her. She's been living a nightmare made real.
Vale,
But you know that just as well.
She's my mother. I know how to speak to her.
I'm sure you do.
But my mother's fears are not the only ones I face. My people are scared as well. I'm told I must choose a sentinel.
If I may be so bold, Sir Royland is the man for the job. He'd be a fine choice, and I trust him.
Yo creo que sí.
Sir Royland is the man you
Yo creo
want.
que voy a decir a Sir Royland, ¿eh? No sé, me da por ahí. Me da esa espina.
We are at war. You need a warrior by your side. Royland has the respect of his men and will bring strength and discipline to this house. Duncan would offer sage advice, but now is not the time to negotiate.
Thank you, Uncle.
Creo que es lo mejor
Ethan,
también.
I need to talk to you.
Bueno, y ahora esta también quiere hablar. No pues nada. Lo tenemos. Creo que sí, que voy a elegir a Sir Royland.
Mother told me Mira has asked for Lady Marjorie's help.
Did she?
I knew we could rely on Mira. She
Vale.
always thinks of family above all else. Hopefully Lady Marjorie's influence will be enough. But right now I'm more concerned about you. I saw what you did to that man. The way you punished him. How could you be so cruel?
Joder, no, joder.
I'm worried about you.
I did what I had to, and I stand by it.
You talk like it was the only thing to be done.
Era correcta, tío.
I know you told me you'd have to change, but I suppose I hadn't believed you would.
I can't afford any more mistakes. Everyone knows what happened with Lord Whitehill. Garrett being sent to the war without my knowledge.
I know. And that wasn't your fault.
Well, I'm the Lord. It's my responsibility.
¿Verdad, joder?
The people want me to lead. They need me to, but...
Pero que tienes razón, Ethan.
Ethan, please. Tell me.
I wish Father were here.
We all do, but Father's gone. You are the lord of this house, which is why you must be strong. You're just as capable as Asher or Roderick ever were. I know it.
Sí, claro, somos el tercer hijo. En teoría no deberíamos de haber sido Lord nunca. No deberíamos de haber sido señor, pero...
You've always given me good advice. Thank you.
De repente te ves como señor de la casa y debe ser difícil, ¿no? Debe ser complicado. Vale, pues vamos a ir a hablar con... No, pues sí, no. Creo que está allí, ¿no? Sí, está allí. Vamos a hablar con el maestre porque yo lo tengo claro. Vamos a ir con... Hola.
Maester?
Vale.
Yes, Lord Ethan. Are you prepared to name your sentinel?
Yes. Sí.
Yes, Maester. I'm ready.
Creo que voy a elegir a Sir Royland.
I will convene the small council at once.
Perfecto. Que el otro parece es un buen tipo, pero no sé. Creo que Sir Royland es la opción correcta. Si nos equivocamos, pues... Ya veis, es que este juego es de tomar decisiones, así que... Hay que elegir una u otra y a ver qué tal sale. Vale. Aquí tenemos el consejo privado ya.
You may sit.
I believe Lord Ethan has reached his decision.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you. Duncan, Royland, this house needs you both.
But you can only choose one, my lord.
Pero, joder,
Let him be on with it.
Este tipo me cae mal, el maestre este.
Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision. Sir Royland de Gore, you will be my sentinel.
Gods be praised. You've done well, Lord Ethan. You won't regret this.
A poor choice, my lord. Forgive me for saying so, but it's true.
Now, Sentinel, what do you have to report of Ramsay Snow?
My scouts say he's a day's ride away. We've no time to waste. He'll arrive before any of our allies could be here.
Who knows what he's capable of? We need to prepare for the worst.
There's no need to panic. We can devise a plan to deal with him.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate. We must answer with the sword.
That's bloody suicide. You gamble with the lives of everyone within these walls.
Quiet, Tuttle. You're not the Sentinel. I knew this would happen. He cannot be trusted.
This is the small council, is it not?
Enough! Would my father have stood for this kind of bickering?
Está bien.
Neither will I.
The Bolton sigil is a flayed man. Force is the only thing they understand. Put every man who can hold a spear or crossbow on the wall, and make the bastard fill his boots with piss.
He would see it for the empty gesture that it is, and have us flayed. We must take a measured approach, my lord.
Gentlemen, please.
Es complicado.
Thank the gods Mira has asked Lady Marjorie for her help. It's not too late for the Crown to intervene on our behalf, but we must have a plan if Mira's efforts are not successful. I trust Mira's judgment. I don't doubt she did everything within her power to help us.
We all must agree on the plan. We cannot leave until we have a consensus.
Ugh.
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough!
Utilizaremos la diplomacia, negociaremos, lucharemos. Yo creo que la mejor opción es utilizar la diplomacia. Luchar no, negociar o negociaremos, ¿no? Nos vamos a utilizar.
Although Sir Royland may object, I shall use diplomacy with Lord Snow. I would be foolish to pick a fight without negotiating first. I'll offer our allegiance and try to reach a reasonable agreement.
Intentaremos, a ver.
If you aren't ready for a fight, you're bound to lose when one breaks out.
Ethan has made his opinion known, and you will respect his decision.
Eso espero.
Forgive us, my lord. We are, of course, here to serve you, as we served your father.
Aye.
Well then, let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival. Invite him into this hall, and meet him face to face, lord to lord.
Ramsay Snow is no lord. That's absurd. You meet him at the gate with as much force as we can muster. Make him wait. Let him gaze upon Ironrath. And when he enters, he'll know it's only because you allowed it.
Lord Ethan?
Hacer que... Es que si queremos negociar, hacer que espere en la entrada... Igual es... No sé, es que tampoco tenemos demasiada gente. Muchos soldados. Según esta la cosa está bastante chunga. Vamos a invitar.
I will meet him in the Great Hall.
It's careless. Can't you see Tuttle is steering you wrong? You'll lead us into ruin.
I've faithfully served this house for far too long to sit here and listen to this. You're likely to get us all killed.
Not another word.
I'd hoped for better from you, my lord.
¿Encima te vas? Bueno, al final he elegido Centinela a Royland, pero casi que le he dado toda la razón a...
Apologies, my son.
Al otro.
I had expected better of him.
Pues
But
ya se
now
va.
that it is settled, we know what we must do.
Vale, pues lo sabemos.
You will meet Ramsay Snow in the Great Hall, and we will not offer our ironwood.
No matter what, I will stand beside you, my lord, where your sentinel belongs.
Gracias, tío.
Then perhaps we should adjourn. We have to prepare the house.
My lord, I have fought for this family for many years. Do not forget that.
Ese es un buen tipo.
There will always be those who question your leadership, which is why you need allies you can rely on. Family. Mira has done everything she can in King's Landing, but there are others who can help us. What about your brother, Asher?
Malcolm told me. You want to bring him back?
He's a skilled fighter. But what's more, he has the will to fight. A hunger for it.
Cierto.
He always protected you and your sister.
Entiendo a qué te
And we need
refieres.
all the help we can get.
Yes, I hear what you're saying.
Do you remember the miller's boy? How he tormented you? I wanted to intervene, but your father said, Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct. Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth. Of course, your father was furious, but you were in danger and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that. You have many fine qualities, but you do not have that anger inside you. It's something we could use. You're a thinker, Ethan. You contemplate, and a lord needs that. But a lord also needs swords.
Es que ninguna de las opciones me convencía. Sí. Bueno, creo que es buena opción traer a Asher. No sé si puede ayudarnos.
I'm trying to do what's best for this family.
Al fin y al cabo, mi hermano.
What this family needs. Ethan, let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Sí, sí, venga, va.
Fine. Malcolm will go to Essos and bring Asher back.
Creo que es lo mejor, Yo creo que es lo mejor, no sé vosotros.
Thank you, Ethan. I'm glad you will let me do this. Know that you never stand alone. You are a Forester. Mira stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
Vale, estamos en desembarco del rey de nuevo. Estamos con Mira. Creo que se llama Mira, sí. Vale, a ver. A ver, ¿qué tenemos por aquí? Bueno, monedas. Bueno, esto parece lo del banquete. Esto. Sello de la familia Tyrell. Vale, Tyrell es la familia de Marjorie. Marjorie Tyrell se llama ella. ¿Qué más tenemos? Tenemos una llave extraña. ¿Tomar? Vamos a examinarla antes. Bueno, no sé lo que es. Bueno, tampoco es que hayamos descubierto mucho. No sé si pillarla. Creo que estamos en los aposentos de Marjorie, ¿no? Bueno, paso. No voy a tocar nada.
Marjorie?
Ah, no. Esta es la zorra esta.
Lady Marjorie is still with the king. I thought you'd want to know.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mira, look. The other day when you asked Lady Marjorie for help, I only spoke out of fear for her.
Vale, se va a disculpar.
I want to help you if there's anything I can do. Your poor family. I can't imagine how you must feel.
Please don't repeat what you heard to anyone.
Of course. I never would. Lady Marjorie is always saying how important friends and allies are in King's Landing. Just know, I will be here for you if you ever...
A ver... Estaba con el rey, a ver si le ha preguntado por nuestra familia. ¿Qué le ha dicho?
My lady, I'll leave you to talk.
Vale, vete. Vamos a ir suave, vamos a preguntarle cómo está ella antes.
Are you all right, my lady?
The king was not inclined to offer help for your family.
Bueno, me lo
I'll
esperaba.
need this mended.
Gods.
He said I was too easily swayed. And he reminded me that I am not yet his wife.
No, es que el rey
I
tiene
allayed
tela.
his fear. For now. But it will be a long time before I can ask him for anything again. Nothing I said could cheer him. He wouldn't even speak to me when I left him.
Bueno, lo siento.
I'm so sorry, my lady. I should never have asked you for the king's help.
Ah, la apreció. Parece que le gustó.
Understand, it was my mother's plan, not mine. I just hope you can find some way to forgive me.
This is simply not how things are done, Mira. Not in King's Landing.
I'm sorry, my lady.
Soon I will be queen.
Joder.
And maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now, we must both be cautious.
I must send a raven. I have to warn my family. If you'll excuse me, my lady.
Yo estoy con el ataque del ojo otra vez, tío. Es algo que pasa muy a menudo, es la alergia. Y me pasa muy a menudo.
Milady. Begging your pardon, milady.
Este era el carbón.
I hope I didn't frighten you.
Bueno, este.
I'm glad to see you.
Da un poco de miedo.
Thank you, my lady.
Es buen chaval.
I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like. And your family, if you're willing to trust me. I hear all sorts of things. Things that could be useful for you.
How can you help me? My problems can't be solved by what you might overhear.
Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies.
I'm sorry. I really must go.
Please don't despair. I know people who...
Bueno.
People who'd be willing to help you.
No sé yo si confiar, ¿eh? Es que no me fío de nadie aquí. Parece buen chaval, pero yo no me fío de nadie. A saber. A saber lo que nos encontramos. Vale. A ver dónde estamos ahora. Si seguimos. No, cambiamos. Cuando sale el árbol, cambiamos.
Bloody hell is Duncan.
He should be here.
Fuck him if he's angry. We'll do without him. And without King's Landing. I know you'd hoped Mira could help us, but I'm confident we've enough strength of our own. Your men are ready to act if needed.
No ha ganado a los cabos.
Creo
que va a venir ya Ramsay Bolton.
My lord. But the bastard of Bolton can't be trusted to do the same.
Pero le he dicho que se esté calmado porque lo veo muy impulsivo a este chaval, a este hombre. Vamos, es buen hombre, pero lo veo demasiado impulsivo. Y aquí lo tenemos ya.
Isn't this a lovely pile of timber? Not the place I'd want to be if there was a fire.
Ironwood is near impervious to flame, my lord.
Is it?
May I introduce Lord Ramsay of House Bolton, son of Roose Bolton. Although a bastard, Lord Ramsay has the full authority of the Warden of the...
That's enough. Who is this little boy? Is he lost?
Lord Ramsay, welcome to Ironrath.
Aren't you the little lord? Lord Whitehall told me you were young, but this... Look at you.
A token for the new Warden of the North.
Let me guess. Forrester Ironwood.
Carved by our most skilled craftsmen.
Ironwood. Doesn't look like much.
Your father will appreciate it, I hope. Our ironwood is highly sought after.
My father is not so easily impressed. Not bad. Lord Whitehill, can your lot do this?
Given enough time, we could learn.
Given enough time, you could do a great many things. But not this, apparently.
Bueno, ahí parece que está habituado.
Look at that. More foresters.
Lord Ramsay?
Come out where I can see you.
Force him to focus on the business at hand.
What is it you want, Lord Ramsay?
What do I want? Everything. Nothing. We'll see. First, let's see you bend the knee to my father, Lord Bolton, Warden of the North. Words are wind. Anyone can say they're loyal.
Hay que arrollarse.
I want you to show me.
Lo guste o no ahora mismo.
My lord.
Es nuestro... el que manda, vamos.
That wasn't so hard now, was it? Here's the thing. I don't care about your loyalty. The Crown, however, wants what you've got. Whatever you've been supplying the Starks for centuries. Ships, shields, chamber pots. I expect you'll do the same for us. My father has promised as much to the king. You wouldn't want to make him a liar, would you? That wouldn't reflect well on me.
You needn't worry. Your father will have what he needs.
That's a good little lord.
You can't trust a Forrester.
Está el gordo este.
They murdered our men.
It was a Forrester squire who did it. One Whitehill soldier dead. One Bolton. Yet your man lived.
Lord Whitehill is a liar. That's not how it happened.
Lad? A liar? He's a Whitehill. Then you welcomed me into your hall like a proper lord, hoping I wouldn't linger outside long enough to notice your pathetic little army. That sort of insolence from one of our loyal bannermen will not do.
Joder.
So I've come up with a solution that will benefit everyone. The Whitehills will be taking control of your ironwood from this day forward.
What? The ironwood? But...
The Whitehills are nothing more than up-jump thieves.
Just that.
You can't do that.
Why not? You know something the Whitehills don't? We are talking about trees. You grow them, you cut them down.
The Whitehills had ironwood, once, but now those hills are bare.
Hence the name, of course.
They know nothing of how to cultivate the forest.
Look at their sigil, my lord. A barren hill.
Do you want ironwood for the next 5 years, or the next 50 generations?
The little lord does have a point.
Vale.
We'll try this. Lord Whitehill will take half of your ironwood, and we'll see who fares better.
But my lord...
Half of something is better than the nothing you had before. To ensure there's no trouble, Lord Whitehill will install a garrison of 20 men within your walls.
At Ironrath? That we cannot abide. Ethan.
They'll help maintain the king's peace. And make sure there's no more trouble.
This will cause more trouble, not less.
¿Verdad?
Not for me.
Joder. Oh, si están aquí ya.
You have a man you trust?
My son, Griff.
Griff will lead the garrison.
The seven hells he will.
Lads, do make this visit worthwhile.
Please, Sir Royland, don't.
Look at this, little Forrester. You're not frightened, are you?
Verás. ¿Dónde vas, tío? Déjalo.
Lord Ramsay, please.
And you? Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
I'm his twin, my lord.
Ah, twins. Like the Queen and her brother. Well, hopefully not just like the Queen and her brother.
Es un cabrón pero simpático.
I never had a sister. Always wanted one.
We have more to discuss, Lord Snow.
I have an idea. You'll come with me. You can be my highborn ward.
Lord Ramsay, that's enough.
Do you like hunting?
Let her go.
She's quite pretty, your sister. We'd get along well.
Hazla.
I suppose you can stay.
La has liado bastante.
Aren't you the bold lord?
¿Qué dices?
What have you done?
But I don't want a bold lord.
Hostias.
Far too much trouble.
Hostias, que los ha matado.
Even though you did bend the knee.
My son.
I think we've come to an understanding. I certainly feel better about all this.
Ethan. Oh, come on.
However, the Foresters need to keep their end of the bargain.
Hostias.
Take the boy as your ward.
Kill chaval, tío.
If they give you any trouble.
Brian.
Lovely meeting all of you. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Somebody help him.
Fetch the mace so quickly!
You brought this on yourself.
Mama! Stop! Don't let them take me!
You will not take him!
Help me! Ryan, please! Let me go! Ryan! Do something!
Ethan? My son.
A tomar poco. Hostia, vale, final. Final del primer episodio.
Ethan sacrificed himself for us all. He saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Brave.
This house needs a leader.
Lord Ethan named me Sentinel. I will lead this house.
My sister asked you to swear loyalty to her son, and you flat out refused.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us. Those who hold House Forrester above all other loyalties. Those who will not stop until Ethan is avenged. Until Ryan is home again.
Eso es H.
Our house will not fall. We will be ready.
Nothing comes without a cost, my lady. Are you prepared for what might happen?
Bueno, pues amigos, aquí acaba el primer episodio. Yo no sé vosotros, pero si no tenéis ganas de más, es que no os entiendo, porque yo estoy deseando comenzar el 2. Como digo, vendrá, como he ido avisando, vendrá mañana mismo, ¿vale? Cada día del play, solo fin de semana, sábado, domingo, un nuevo episodio. Así que mañana, domingo, tendréis el segundo episodio. Este ha acabado en un momento, joder. No me lo esperaba para nada, tío. No creía que lo iba a matar. Hemos sido un poco bravucones al final, pero no sé, es que era nuestra hermana y se estaba pasando también. Así que nada, ahora nos quedamos sin Ethan. Nuestro padre muerto, nuestro hermano mayor muerto también. Solo queda Talia. Mira el desembarco del rey Asher, que no sabemos todavía dónde está, que por ahí, en ese próximamente ha salido por ahí vagamente. Así que a ver qué pasa en el segundo episodio. Yo, como digo, estoy deseando. Espero que haya gustado. Como siempre os digo, ¿vale? Como siempre os digo, like si ha sido el caso y dislike si no ha sido, que espero que no. Y ya pues pueden comentar lo que quieran, sus posiciones, cómo creen que va a ir la historia, qué os ha parecido este final terrible, pero impresionante también por otra parte. Lo que quieran, como siempre, en los comentarios. Y nos vemos en el siguiente episodio. Espero que lo hayan disfrutado, sean buenos y pasen bien. ¡Hasta luego!